All right. Hello, everybody. I am Sherrie Henderson, and I am the Director of New Business with Caring Transitions. And I'm really excited today to do an interview with our owner, Doug Lamoureux, who is actually just expanding Caring Transitions to the Mankato, Minnesota area. So we're going to talk a little bit with Doug and find out what services Caring Transitions offers in the area. So first, just a little bit about Caring Transitions. So if you don't know, we are the largest national senior relocation and estate sale provider. We have more than 220 professional offices nationwide. So we're really excited that we are now expanding to Mankato. And we really partner with over, 100,000 partners like senior living communities, real estate professionals, attorneys, trust offices, and other resource partners. So like I said, we've got offices all over the country and very excited that we are expanding in Minnesota. So what is Caring Transitions? What do we do? So just a little bit about us. So we really help take the stress out of a late life transition. We know that moving later on in life can be really overwhelming, both for the older adult who's moving or as well as the family members that are helping and a part of that. So we've really developed the right mix of services, resources, and expertise to ensure that older adults and their families can reduce stress during that move, but also save money and help them make that transition or even close out an estate. So that's enough about Caring Transitions. So we're going to talk a little bit with Doug Lamoureux. So Doug, thanks for joining me today and answering some questions about the business in Minnesota.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Sherrie. Yeah, I own this business with my wife, Sally. We've both been through some personal transitions with our parents that were difficult and was a lot of stress for all the family members. And I knew there had to be a better way. At the same time, I was looking to get back into the business world myself, and those two things met each other. And I met you and Caring Transitions, and it seems to be a really nice fit for our family to support others in the community that are going through similar changes and transitions that our parents did. Sally is continuing her job, but she's supporting me with a lot of IT things and ideas, and is quite organized herself. So she's a much needed partner for me.
Well, excellent. I'm very excited to see what you guys can do in the community there. So can you tell me a little bit about some of the services that you are offering in the Mankato area?
Absolutely. Caring Transitions, we strive to minimize the stress of right sizing or relocating by focusing on the planning part of a transition so that the client can focus on their life and what is happening with them and what kind of change that is. So we'll help with things like senior relocation services. So our team helps, kind of drop the anxiety level for this big change for the family that naturally comes with this relocation. We can do sorting and organizing, packing. We'll space plan so everything looks the same at the new location that it did in the last location. We'll help with downsizing and decluttering, which is another one of our services. So that can be when you're coming from a 4-bedroom family home and going into a smaller location, that can just be a very overwhelming thing. So we help families understand, maybe what they want to take with them to the new place and what can actually fit into that smaller location. What has value to the family members and should be given to them. What has value that they don't want to keep, so we can sell for them on their behalf to cut their costs of this transition, and what needs to be donated and thrown out. In addition to that, we have these estate sales and online auctions that we can offer that can provide that value to these families. So we'll we'll give them some peace of mind and ease their mind by minimizing the stress of the whole situation and maximizing the value that we get in the estate sale or auction for the client.
Wonderful. That's awesome. That's great. Yep. Very needed services, especially at this time in life. So what are some of the industry professionals that you work with?
Absolutely. These are important to the whole process for us. So, we work with all these different partners of ours and partners of the families that can get value from this and help out the situation, such as realtors. We have partners that are senior communities that we help move in these customers for them. We also work with financial advisors, funeral directors, realtors are a great partner of ours. Often there's like in Mankato, it's a very hot market in all of southern Minnesota, in fact. So there's some importance on trying to get the home cleared so that they can be sold and the family can maximize the value of that transaction. So those are our main estate attorneys as well. Often we can help them with situations where it's in probate or there needs to be some decisions made, and we can come in and act on those decisions and make changes quickly.
Okay, excellent. So tell me a little bit about your team. I know your team of employees and people you have working in your client's home is important. So tell me about your team of employees.
Absolutely. At Carrying Transitions as a franchise, you guys do a great job of making sure we have the right people working for us, and we're carrying that on to Mankato. All our offices are required to have insurance and conduct background checks on every single employee that works for us. In addition, each office has certified relocation transition specialists. So these are people that are trained to understand exactly what it takes to work with seniors and their families to relocate them during a kind of a stressful situation like this. So we're able to act in a very caring and empathetic manner. Because I've gone through this as a caregiver, I make sure that every single employee is vetted by me and that they have empathy and understanding to show respect for everything that we are doing, whether it's a simple move or it's an estate sale. These are memories and these are things that are important to our clients, and we make sure our employees understand that.
Great. Yeah. It's always important, especially, if I'm putting somebody into my parents' home, I want to make sure that I can trust them and trust the company that I'm working with. So that's great stuff.
Absolutely.
So I know we've talked a lot about like the services and what you do, but kind of talk a little bit more, like why would a family going through this? What are some of the, I guess, more emotional benefits that you can provide? Why would a family choose Caring Transitions instead of just trying to do it themselves?
Absolutely. I think that's a really important question. The why are we doing this?
Mhm.
Number one, this can be a stressful time. So we're here to help provide this time as a time for memories and not conflict. So as we're going through the things to move from one area or one location to another, we can take on some of that stress. We can provide less work for the families and do some of that ourselves so they can just have some time to enjoy the home together before that transition is made. We can reduce the stress of this transition, not just that emotional stress of the actual day of the move and going through the things, but all the stress of having to come and travel to help out your parents, or having to give up weekends or nights when you are a working person yourself and probably have your own family that has its own needs as well. So we can take away the travel and expense of doing that. We can reduce or offset moving expenses by downsizing. A lot of times, my parents included, they were trying to take everything in their 4-bedroom home, and we had to work with them. This is before I was Carrying Transitions, we being my family, on, hey, mom and dad, you can't take everything because we are, you're paying for this move, and we want to make sure it's just the stuff that can fit into your apartment. And speaking of that, we also offer space planning as well. So we can mimic the look of the house into the smaller space and eliminate the stress on the backside of coming into a new location that they don't know anybody. But imagine walking in a place where the bed is made and everything looks like your home that you were in. And you can just walk right down to dinner and meet people. That's our intention here.
Yeah, I love that. And I mean, I think that's always my favorite day when actually working with clients is seeing them walk into their new space and everything is
Rewarding.
done for them, right? And it's like,
Yep.
we explain that, even when they hire us, we tell them that, but I don't think it really hits them until they walk into their new space, their bed's made, clothes are hung up, their pictures are hung up. And it really like eliminates all of that stress from both the older adult moving and
Absolutely.
their child.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have
And
heard
all
that
of
from
the
every single
labor.
family we've worked with, Sherrie. They love the fact that it looks like the old home, and they're excited for their parents to come in and feel like they're at home.
Absolutely. Yep. And even just, like the picture on the screen, just at the labor of doing all of the packing, even for younger people, I mean, packing when you're doing a move is daunting, right? So just somebody even coming in and bringing in a team to help pack is definitely a benefit to families also. So then talk a little bit more about the benefits. Why would somebody hire you to do like an estate sale, an online auction, or even maybe just a clean out of the house?
Absolutely. Well, number one, this is a lot of work too. So a lot of people try to take this on themselves, and they don't know what they're getting into, and they're into it. Here at Carrying Transitions, we have qualified experts in the resale market. So as it says here, we understand what something has for value and what things don't. And a lot of times you can spend a lot of work on things that just aren't going to sell for much. And if you spend your time just putting things in the sale that you think have value and are going to sell, you're going to also maximize your profits. And that's what we're here for, is to try to make sure we get the most that we can as far as maximizing that return for our customers. Again, like, as I mentioned, it's a lot of time and a lot of headache to go through everything, and a lot of emotions. If you basically entrust that job to us, we'll respect everything that we're going through. We'll try to get maximum value, and we'll make it easy. We do the setup of the sale, we operate the sale, and then we, if needed, we work on pickups as well to make sure every part of this is taken care of. And then as quick as we can, we get a check into the hands of the customer. So that whole thing is simple to do with us. And then of course, on top of that, if your goal is to sell the home, we can make sure 100% of the items are gone. Anything left over can be donated. We can empty the house out, sweep it, and get it ready for that first showing.
Wonderful. Excellent. Yeah. Well, our family has actually used Carrying Transitions as well. And even though I've worked here for years and I explained to my family everything that they would be doing, they still were just amazed, like, oh my gosh, everything's gone. It was just so easy. You know, they sold everything. They even sold, like, you know, the broken planters, like the, you know, or the not broken, but, you know, like
Yeah.
the planters out back that they hadn't used in years that were chipped. And it's like, yeah, guys, that's what I've been telling you for many years. This is what I do at work.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here to put those smiles on the families' faces and make them feel relieved and take care of the tough stuff. And you know, we have a hardworking crew. It is a lot of work, and we enjoy every minute of it.
Wonderful. Well, Doug, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us and tell us a little bit about what Carrying Transitions can offer in Mankato. So can you I know we've got your contact information up on the screen, but real quick, can you just share how somebody would be able to get in contact with you if they want to learn more about your services or even partnering with you?
Absolutely. I think it's important to note as well that it's Carrying Transitions of Mankato. We also serve the rest of Southeast and South Central Minnesota, including Owatonna and Faribault, St. Peter, Waseca, other communities in between, and outside New Ulm as well. You can get a hold of us with going to our website, www.carryingtransitionsmankato.com. You can go to our Facebook page, look up Carrying Transitions of Mankato, and find us on Facebook. And then finally, if you're interested in becoming a bidder or looking at any of our sales that we have coming up for online auctions, it's Mankato, MANKATO.ctbids.com. And then finally, if you want to give us a call, the number on the screen here, 507-225-0073. That's answered 24/7. Give us a call, let us know what you're facing, and we have free consultations. We'd be happy to talk with you and figure out how we can help you out.
Wonderful. Well, all right. Thanks again, Doug. It was a pleasure chatting with you. And I know you guys are going to have be able to help a lot of families out there in Mankato.
Great. Thank you, Sherrie.
Right.
Pleasure here too.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.